Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mythgard in Middle-earth. My name is Corey Olsen, the Tolkien professor, the unusually punctual Tolkien professor, only 7 minutes late. And of course, Cordovan ran a little bit late, so you know, like it's not, it's all pretty good. Anyway, happy to be with you again this week. I'm joined as always by my friend Gryfflet, who's been hanging out here, trying to get to know the Rohirrim down here. He's been, of course, among the Rohirrim for a while, because, you know, what with the Great River and everything, he spent a good deal of time up there and all. And but now, you know, he's hanging out around the fire with the folks down here in Feldberg, trying to see in particular the differences. One of the things that is most interesting to think about, right, is how the culture of the Rohirrim who live in the Great River would differ from those here, well, not even necessarily just specifically here in the Wold, but from Rohan as a whole, because those are exiles, right? Or like semi-exiles. Exile, not necessarily exiles for life, right? But definitely those who are being punished and being exiled. So, you know, it's interesting to think about, right? As I have said before, I love that concept. Stand guard, I think, is brilliant. I think that's just an absolutely lovely way. It fits in so many ways. It's completely brilliant. I don't think there's any evidence in the text that anything like that actually happened, but I think it's fantastic, brilliant piece of story work and world building by the Lotro team, and. But it creates all these really fun possibilities, right? Story possibilities and cultural possibilities. Like, what would that culture be like? The culture of the Rohirrim who live in the Great River. Like, you could see it departing over time from the Rohirric culture, because these are not people who anymore are like totally, you know, like you could see them kind of detaching themselves in their emotional affiliation to Rohan that they came from. But at the same time, you could see it going in the absolute opposite direction, right? You could totally see them being like more traditional in their like Rohirric culture, like clinging even more firmly as they try to retain their identity and with the hope of resuming their identity, right? So I could imagine a kind of like an even more orthodox, that's not quite the right word, but you see what I mean, right? An even more sort of orthodox Rohan, Rohirric culture up there in the Great River, whereas like down here things are a little looser. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's really fun to think about that stuff. But anyhow, so getting to know the folks down here in the Wold, commiserating with them on the fact that their symbol is a shirt, and now we're getting ready to move on and get back to what were our quests again? Scouting. Oh yeah, warg. They're mostly warg related. Right on. Okay, and then I've got to enter Harwick at my own risk. All right. I do not feel like I have been adequately told why I need to do that, right? Like, I've been told I shouldn't do that, and then all they've told me in dialogue is that I absolutely, whatever I do, I shouldn't do that. But then oh wait, hang on, I gotta stealth myself here. Boom. Do wait. Oh, oops. I should probably pay attention to the dude that I'm approaching there as I'm. All right, let's see. Hang on. See if I can get this guy. I don't usually like trying to get foot soldiers from horseback, but see if I can do my spiraling thing. They have so many hit points, and it just takes forever. At least this guy can't reach me. My cornering has gotten better, right? I can do a tighter circle now that, there we go. Okay, well, a lot of spinning. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, I still don't get the Harwick quest. I mean, I see that I'm being told to go in. I don't understand the rationale. I still don't. Like, what am I meant to be doing? But anyway, hang on. Let me stealth myself now before I forget. Okay. Now I'm wearing my stealthy hat. Okay. They can't possibly see me with my mask on. Oh, wait. So, hang on. These guys have quest rings. I'm supposed to mess with them? Starts the quest trimming the claws. Okay, and there's this other warg pack alpha. Maybe I will find a more auspicious place, like where I don't have two packs converging in order to begin that particular quest. All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this looks like the den. Okay. Fang Point. Lovely. I've discovered Fang Point. Where are wargs coming from? I mean, the Rohirrim seem to be very, like, blithe about the fact that, they're like, you know, the wargs are getting a little uppity, right? But why should there be wargs here at all? I mean, surely they can't be native to here. I don't know, let's see, did I, so I've got to defeat a den mother here, and I need to, scout north and south. Okay, I'm almost at the north point. This is the northern den. Okay, great. So when I get in there. All right. So what Gryfflet is going to do is he's going to go after this one. So let's get a bit of a head start. Let's go up to, let's see if we can do this from horseback. Okay, there we go. Got him. All right. And then I'll try to use this rock here. I'll try not to get too close to the other ones. All right. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Now I can... Hey, wait, wasn't I supposed to get the trimming the claws quest? He had a ring on him. Is there someone standing a bit south of me? Yeah, there's a dude. He's an Easterling warrior, apparently. So I guess, Phil, you point out, you make a very good point, right? I guess, why should we be alarmed about packs of wargs taking up residence here if we're not alarmed by, like, random Easterlings wandering the countryside? You'd think that itself would be... understandable. Let's see, who's this? The warband leader Hanrun and his minions have been terrorizing the people of the Wold. Who's he? I don't know. Just in case I run into this guy, you know. Oh, yeah, wait, Carrion can level up here. Let's, I've encountered the warband? What? No, I haven't. Where is he? He's not anywhere near here. Okay, he's kind of near, but he's not that here. Okay, what was I doing? I was beefing up my endurance. All right, let's carry on doing that, since the dexterity really was super helpful. Okay, excellent. Yeah, Ethelot, I agree. The wargs do seem to have been here for some time, whereas the wandering... Easterlings presumably are an innovation, right, from the army that's across the river there. And doubtless they would be alarmed if they were more aware of it, right? So we can imagine that that's just recently started happening. Oh, that was a standard text for accepting a warband quest. Okay, I see. All right, fine. Where is he? Oh, he must be fairly close. Oh, he's 400 meters away. All right. I'm not going to... I don't know. Who is this guy? Hanrun? Is this an Easterling dude? How does that work? All right, I'm going to try to get this guy. Did I get him? Yes, I did. Let's see if I can pull in that quest to make some progress, as I foresee much slaying of wargs in my future here. Okay. We're waiting. Our attacks are on cooldown. Okay. Boom. All right. And I still didn't get the quest. What's wrong with that quest? What gives with that? Okay, so he's an Easterling with escorts. Probably Archers. I don't see that. Is the corpse? His corpse vanished, didn't it? Oh, Hunrin is a warg. Okay, good. Well, okay. So maybe I'll take him on then. All right, if he's a warg, then yeah, I remember that there was an Easterling with archers, which when I tried to take on the Easterling, when I tried to solo that dude, that did not go well. But okay. You know what I think I'm going to do? Since I have succeeded in not allowing any of them to touch me, let's do this. Let's do this Wigend style. Let's experiment here. Okay. I'm going to experiment grabbing a bunch of them. Come on. Hello. You all want to aggro me, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay. Let's do this thing. I'll get you all going around in a little bunch in the middle, right? And I will keep picking you off from the outside where you can't hit me. All right, and as long as I don't get dizzy or run into that tree, it should be all right. Hey, look, I got the quest. Let me click on the quest while I'm... Yeah, okay. Sure, very good. Okay. Whoop, that guy's running off. What are they? They've lost interest in me? Have they all? No, that guy hasn't lost interest in me because I just hit him. Woohoo! Okay. Well, that was a little odd, but okay. Let's see. I'm fine, Druid's Fired. No problem. Boy, these wargs don't even aggro very clearly. Okay. Hang on. So let's do something different here. Where's the warg? Where's the den? There's the den mother. She's the one I want. So I'm going to stealth myself, and I'm coming for her. Let's go, carry on. Yeah. Come this way, warg mother. Out on the field. Okay. Good, good. See if I can stay inside this rock. Excellent. Boom. Okay, and I'll get you too. Oh yeah, that dexterity boost was really key. Just clearing the inside of that rock. Okay. All right. Got the den mother, no problem. Yes, and I do have another den. Did I get the scouting point too? Yes, I did. Excellent. Woohoo! Oh, hey, maybe I can. Let's go for the warband. That's what I'm talking about. Gryfflet's feeling all spunky now. He and Carry On want to really try this on for size. Let's see. And let's try to aggro everything in the plane along the way, because that's the most cunning thing to do. So, strategy here. Should I go after the ads or should I just go after the main guy? I'm going after the main guy. Oh, yeah. You guys are in some serious trouble right now. No problem. You can't touch me. I'm going to keep herding you around in a circle, and I'm just going to take you down. And it's going to be a sad, sad day in Warband Warg World. I love how the Warband here has a staff. Like, has he had it surgically implanted? Was that like a dark ritual that the Witch King oversaw or something at some point? Because that looks really painful. Does it actually affix to his spine? Is it affixed to his spine? Because, oh yeah, you know it. Well, so I still have to defeat the ads, apparently. I was kind of hoping they would disperse. I couldn't remember if they did or not. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh. Aren't you giving up, little pack runner? Didn't you see what I already did to the... Oh, yeah. Boom. Boom. Okay. Woohoo. Gryfflet's first solo warband. No problem. The horrifying tales of the warg known as Hanrun now have an ending. The people of Rohan appreciate your efforts, but they still won't let me into Harding. Okay. Woohoo! The ads will disperse if I run away? Okay. Well, that turned out to be a non-issue. Okay, so all I have to do is charge through the middle of this, right? Yeah, charge through the middle of this and kill a few of them. No problem. Hey, so is there any particular advantage? Does anyone know which of my attack skills would work best from stealth? Would get like most of a boost from stealth? Anybody know? Not really sure, but okay. Off I go. And boom. Okay, I assessed the area. Great. Let me see if I can aggro a couple more of these guys. I've got them chasing me around the rock. I want to... Hey, this guy, come on, pay attention. All right, here I am. All right. Now we got it going on. I got 3 of them in my little pen here. No, one of them got away. Or did I kill one of them already? Nope, nope, they're all 3 still there. They're just overlapping. Okay. Uh-oh. Getting into the pond now. Now let me go back up on the shore. A little bit. Nope. Didn't make it. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, like mounted combat, it's a little bit repetitive, you know, and fortunately, since I'm controlling the thing, if I were watching this stream, I would be blowing chunks right now. Like, my motion sickness is so bad that I could not possibly watch somebody go around in circles like this, even for, like, 30 seconds, I would be, like, having a lie down and, like, fanning myself. But when I'm behind the controls, it's not a big deal. I can't do it all day long, but I can pull it off for a while. All right, one more warg. Hi there, vicious warg. Do you count towards my quest? I suspect you probably do. Don't have time to check, so let's just hope. Anyway, so like I said, mounted combat is a little bit, it's like, you know, combat, now riding around in circles. You know, probably there are better tactical approaches, maybe, to this than I'm taking. But, you know. Okay, wait. I have defeated a number of vicious wargs at Fang Point, making the road safer for all who travel in the wold. Excellent. Strong work there, Gryfflet. Okay, well, now that was a good outing, wasn't it? We killed a bunch of wargs. I defeated a warband. I think that guy was my first warband ever, actually. The first one that I ever soloed with anybody. Probably not the only one. I went after the warband Salamander. Ooh, Gryfflet should hunt him down. But, okay, oh, wait, hang on. Going to the wrong place. Not going to Harwick. I am a hobbit non grata in Harwick still. Even though I'm obligated to go for reasons still not explained. Okay. All right. I have assessed Fang Point. It's a larger pack than you expected? Not any longer. Did something about that, too. I managed to kill a warg den mother and her pack. That was likely one nasty warg. Well, she was. Not even as nasty as the other one. Okay. What else you got for me? Hang on a second. Let me do the font thing, which keeps resetting itself every time. There we go. Well, you're off to a fine start if you wish to gain favor in Harwick, but I am not through with you yet. Your next duty is to report to Wakenflood and ensure that all is well up at the tower. Wakenflood. I like that. I will put in a good word for you to Harding next time I see him. Okay. I will. It will take a bit longer to earn enough of his trust to receive a welcome, but these things do take time. Oh, okay. Fine. Okay, hang on. Ooh, gotta level up. Carry on again. Ooh, look at those points. Yeah, that's what you get when you solo a warband, Gryfflet. Okay, so we can max out endurance. Great. What should I do next? Power. Yes. We'll do power next. So I do have a history of running out of power when I'm trying to solo warbands. Yeah, so Boomful, the follow option, yeah, that's not an option for me. That's when I that's the only time in my own game when not good. Okay, so find Sergeant Hubert at Wakenflood up there at the, all right, he's the one that I can see from here. Okay, fine. So let's go. Hey, Gryfflet working his way towards level 77. Oop, wrong horse. Sorry, a little bit of a knee-jerk response. In fact, I'm gonna double my mount tile here. Let's put carry on here now. There we go. Great. Okay. Endurance is one of the houses at your school, Ethelot? Really? Or there's like endurance? Is there also like strength and dexterity and stuff? It's a little odd. Okay, so I'm headed up there. Where is the... hang on a second. Stop, Gryfflet. Where is the... okay, the warband, he's not there. The salamander warband. I forget his name. I'll keep my eye out for him. Cinder. Yeah, Cinder. If I find him, I'm going after him. I think Gryfflet and Carry On can handle this. Okay, more salamanders futilely chasing me. Good luck with that, Mr. Little Stubby Legs Salamander. And oh wow, that ruffian just like appeared right in my path, but he didn't even notice me. Hooray, it's Wakenflood. Great. All right. Do you guys have a great view? I bet you do. Can I get up in your tower? Oh, I want to get up in your tower so I could see. Hang on. We're dismounting. Dismounting. And we're stealthing. Look, there's like a ruffian right inside the premises here. Like, seriously. Constant vigilance, guys. All right, fine. I'll get him for you. So I was going to say, you know, that mounted combat is a little bit repetitive, you know, a little bit tedious sometimes, but honestly, so is regular combat. Like, it's just less spinning in circles. Okay, all right, just looking at the vista here. Oh, so we can't really see. We really have to be like on top of that rock to get a good view of the river. Can we get on top of that rock? Nah, we can't. Okay. All right, so we are still... Sarngebi are right below us, right? Yeah, so the company, the fellowship rather, did still go... my apologies. Finger on the wrong button. Did still sail right down through here. Cool. All right, anyway, back up to the person I'm meant to talk to. All right. Don't worry, guys. Took care of your little problem for you, as you were. As you were. What is up with this guy? Oh, he's mourning his fallen companion. I was like, hey, a shirker. But oh, that's a little heartless. Sorry, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's okay. Carry on with your mourning. Hail, stranger. I am Sergeant Hubert. Hubert. It's hard for me not to do the he in the first syllable, too. Because, like, so in Anglo-Saxon, U is just pronounced oo, but the Y is pronounced E. So I'm trying to do Hubert. That's really hard to say. Anyway, the men of Wakenflug report to me. I'm glad to see a new face. My warriors were forced to defend our outpost as it was attacked by Easterlings last night, and our strength has waned. Oh, hence the corpse. Right. One of my soldiers ventured out this morning and beheld a large encampment of our enemies at the Anduin's edge, but he had to hasten back, for the Easterlings had the same idea. What, of scouting your place? Right. Their scouting party was a formidable one, and my man could not face them and survive. Okay, they will be able to report our weaknesses unchecked, and we will soon have a great disadvantage if they are not stopped. Okay, let us put a stop to that. No problem, man. Infiltrating camps and, thinning them out is one of my specialities. Okay. Let's see, how far away are we? What distance do we have on our quest arrow here? 250. All right. I think I'm just gonna stealth it. I don't want to face the mobs. We need to sneak in here. So we're going downhill. No sign yet of their encampment. We still have random wargs. We're still getting ruffians from the north, whom now we know to be allies with the Easterlings. Okay, that presumably is it. I'm supposed to defeat the scouting party. What does that mean? I'm supposed to, clean out this entire place? Total victory is what we're looking for. Yeah, Matt, that's a great question. Why name that place Wakenflood? There doesn't appear to be a spring or anything near here. Here's my guess. For what it's worth. My guess is that Wakenflood, the flood, has got to be a river thing, right? It overlooks the river. Waken, I'm not 100% sure about. Another possibility is that, given the location of it, right? It's up here, and Sarngebir starts right down here. So if Sarngebir, like the river flowing faster, begins south of them, is it called Wakenflood because it's at the place where it looks like the river wakes up and starts to flow faster? That's a guess. Might not be a good guess, but that's a guess. Hang on a second. Did one of these dudes have a quest arrow? Yes, he does. What is he? He's a Wold Easterling sniper. We can't have that. Yeah. Can't quite one-shot him. Need to level up. Okay, let's see. Pushing back their who? Oh, hang on, I'm being attacked. Olgachosh's Easterling snipers are expert marksmen. Their weapons always hit the mark, so defeat them. Okay, no problem. Oh man, I'm getting attacked by all kinds of things here now. Oh no, they have signed a treaty with the salamanders. Oh dear. Yes, okay, I'll heal myself. All right, so here we go. We should probably get out of the fire. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So I'm gonna stealth again. Probably let myself heal a little bit. Well, I do. So okay, I gotta go for snipers. I'm sure I'll get other little quests for other segments of their population. Okay. let me see if I can start a lore question here. Okay. Tony asked, this is a while ago, I'm doing an old one here. Tony asked, did Tolkien ever revisit the frame of an Anglo-Saxon version of the Silmarillion stuff through Ariel or Alfwine? Yeah, well, Tolkien never totally let. So let me hang on. Let me back up and explain some context here. So Tolkien's initial Silmarillion concept was, he had his frame story, right, which is that there was a human being who found his way to Elvenhome, like his ship finds the straight road and ends up there like semi-accidentally, and he. And so while he's there, he talks to the elves and he hears all their stories, and then comes back. This is the important bit. Then comes back and communicates those to people back in his homeland. And of course he's Anglo-Saxon. So when Tolkien shifts it from Ariel to Alfwine, being the name of the guy, and he gives him a different backstory as well. When Tolkien shifts that, he goes, because of course for Tolkien, the Anglo-Saxonist, it's not enough just to say that in theory, just to be like, oh yeah, and when he gets back, he's going to write his own version, of the story, to pass along these legends to humans, to the other Anglo-Saxons, right, where he came from. So instead he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna actually write. So he actually writes it in Anglo-Saxon, right? He does. So he begins a full Anglo-Saxon translation of the Silmarillion content early on, which is just like the kind of thing that Tolkien does for fun, because he is a massive linguistic geek. So anyway, out of pure geekery, he begins that. So the question Tony had was, did he ever revisit that? Because, of course, he stopped doing the Book of Lost Tales in, the late teens, right around, 1920 or so. Is when he set aside the Lost Tales and stopped working on those. So did he ever return to that? And yes, he never really fully... Who's shooting me? Somebody shooting me? Or am I just wounded? Oh, I'm just wounded. Okay, fine. I don't understand why I can't bleed quietly. Right? I mean, why should bleeding break my stealth? Anyway, okay. So, yeah. So, did he ever return to it? Absolutely, he returned to it. I think he never really left that behind. I mean, I think that concept was still really a favorite one of his. And we can see that in a couple different ways. First of all, we know that he still was doing Anglo-Saxon translations later on. So we get some of those in... I'm forgetting whether it's The Shaping of Middle-earth or I'm looking at my bookshelf. The Shaping of Middle-earth of the Lost Road, Volume 4, Volume 5 of the History of Middle-earth. We talked about both. We discussed both of those all the way through in Mythgard Academy. In one of those two, we get some fairly lengthy, Christopher Tolkien gave us some fairly lengthy passages from the Anglo-Saxon translations of this stuff, which I particularly love. Not just because, I mean, my Anglo-Saxon isn't good enough just to pick it up and, read it like a novel, but for me, the most fun thing to do is, okay, good, I'm done. Woo-hoo. I can head back to Sergeant Hubert. But anyway, my favorite thing is to look at the names and the words, right? So there are some things that really emerge from looking at the names, how he translated the names into Anglo-Saxon. So, for instance, this is one of the places where you can see the history of the Arkenstone, right? Because it's in those Anglo-Saxon translations that we see that the Anglo-Saxon word for Silmaril is Eorkenstana, right? It's very clearly the same thing, right? That doesn't mean that the Arkenstone is a Silmaril. It just means that he was recycling the Silmaril concept when he did the Arkenstone. Historically speaking, it's clearly not Maedhros' Silmaril. As fun as that idea is, I think it's a totally untenable concept, honestly. But anyway, that's okay. I'm gonna go around your spears here. Maneuver. Yeah. Whoa. Started to pick up speed there. Ran into the barrels. But anyway, so no, he did not leave that aside. We still see him tinkering with that so by the time we get to the Shaping of Middle-earth and the Lost Road, we're in like the first half of the 30s, right? When he's returning to the Silmarillion stuff there. And we still see him. Now, hang on, let me tell you about the Lost Road in a second. Okay. Found a bunch of scouts. I cannot believe you were able to defeat that party of Easterling scouts. Oh, well, you know. This was a great deed to prove your strength. Perhaps one brave hobbit can help Wake and Flood endure this siege. Is there any hope for you? Well, I hope there's hope for you. All right. I delivered quite the blow to the Easterlings. Great. The marksmen were instrumental in breaking our defenses, but now we may sleep a little easier. Hey, you know, my only reward is that justice has been done. That and a big chunk of XP. Okay, who's leading the advance? If I go to fight the Easterlings, keep an eye open for their leader, a deadly man. He was instrumental in wreaking so much damage upon Wake and Flood, for his tactics were brilliant. Worse yet, he was also a brutally skilled fighter. He killed many and quickly. If revenge is not a good enough reason for you to destroy such a foe, consider those who will die the next time this man rides into battle. Great. Olga Hosh. Olga Hosh. That's it. Olga Hosh. Man, their language is hard. When the Easterlings raided Wake and Flood, they dragged off several of our warriors. These are proud men and brave. They should not be shackled like slaves. All right, they're torturing them, starving them. We need to free the prisoners. I love freeing prisoners. Sure, it's a great quest. If only I could accept it. Great. Okay. Back to the same place again, I think. Very good. So, the Notion Club paper. So right now in the Mythgard Academy class on Wednesday nights, we are in Volume 9 of we're continuing our march through the history of Middle-earth, and we're now talking our way through Sauron Defeated, which is Volume 9. Volume 9 contains first the end of the history of the Lord of the Rings, containing the wonderful, delightful, absolutely most adorable thing you've ever read, unpublished epilogue of the Lord of the Rings. But then it contains the Notion Club papers, which is one of the more intriguing and tantalizing of Tolkien's unfinished things. Yeah, I thought I passed you recently enough that you'd still keep up with me, Mr. Wold Easterling Warrior dude. So we've been talking about there we go. Sorry. Great. Okay. So we're talking about the Notion Club papers. The Notion Club papers it's tough sledding. Like, I'm not going to lie about this. It might be the hardest to get into, I think. Whoa, you guys all saw me? That was lame. Oh, but then you ran away, which was cool. And then you came back, which was confusing. Okay, man. I don't get your business here, but I will carry on with my combat here. And then, oh, you're shooting me from the angle behind a rock? That's unusually cunning of you. Major stealth fail, Gryfflet. Bad form. Okay. Anyway, Notion Club papers. In the Notion Club papers, oh, that's right, because I'm bleeding. Ow, look, now this one problem is leading to another. All right. At least nobody's shooting me. I just off this guy and Stealth myself again? Yes. Okay. Yeesh. All right, now I'm looking for fire oil. Why is fire oil glowing? I'm supposed to free prisoners and defeat their leader. Am I going to entertainingly set fire to their camp as well? There's a cage over here, but I don't see anybody in it. Am I in the wrong place? No. Okay. Yeah, let me come over to this fire oil over here where there's nobody nearby. It's going to start a new quest. Yeah. The Easterlings plan to rain fire upon Wigend Flood, igniting the tips of their arrows. The wooden fortifications at Wigend Flood will not hold up against such an attack. Okay, so I'm supposed to destroy the barrels. All right. Okay. Well, I can do that too while I'm here. Okay, so there we go. Might as well not even stealth myself because he's right next to. Can I get it? I know I will unstealth myself. I cannot stealthily destroy fire oil, I know, so. Okay. How am I destroying it? Very. Oh, there are the prisoners! Oh, hi. Okay. No problem. Hey, prisoners. Make a break for it. Wait, no, I said interrupted. What interrupted me? Freeing. I love the present participles on the... I mean, that's one of my favorite things. You didn't think you... Oh, come on. My battery is running well? Oh, my goodness, it is. What is wrong with this? I think my computer is having issues. Okay. No, it's not. Okay. Whew. That was weird. Where were we? Freeing prisoners. That's where we were in talking about Anglo-Saxons. So in the Notion Club papers, in part 2 of the Notion Club papers, we see Tolkien engaging with the Anglo-Saxon stuff again. And it's really fun. We see him rewriting like a passage of the Seafarer, which is one of the really the A-list Anglo-Saxon poems, or B-list if you consider Beowulf alone as like the A text of Anglo-Saxon. But it's in the tier like right below Beowulf as like most important Anglo-Saxon poems. Anyway, he rewrites part of that. He writes a bunch of Anglo-Saxon and Gothic. And certainly the longer term plan is to show how the traditions of the older world, in this case, the Númenórean older world, came through the Anglo-Saxon era, right? So from the, the early, showing how the early legends, Gothic and Anglo-Saxon legends, especially of like, there exist these legends of people who came over the sea, right? And these are going to be the Númenóreans. So the way that he was integrating these things, makes for some fun opportunities for him to do more playing with Anglo-Saxon composition. So he definitely was still working on that and doing some of that stuff. And Ethelod, I think you had mentioned about some of the later stuff, the Pengalod stuff from later on, and I'm not remembering. It's been a while since I've looked carefully at the later volumes of the history of Middle Earth, because I'm kind of saving myself for when we get there in the Mythgard Academy. So I don't remember off the top of my head, but it may well be. I do not believe he ever just like left it behind completely. What's this guy's name? Bosch. That's a lot of consonants in a row. Boschke, probably. Hey there, I'm going to sneak around behind you and... Oh, no, I'm not, apparently. Fine. was gonna sneak around and stab you in the back. Gonna try to pick your pocket even. I was. But isn't your cloak lovely? Oh, man. Okay, so I'm gonna most of the way kill you. And then I'm gonna look at your clothing. Because really, the falcons on your like shoulders there are quite something. That's very beautiful. Hang on, can I see? I'm gonna get a little closer so I can get around behind you. Ooh, look at your cloak. That is really nice. Wow. Am I the only one who wants like Easterling cosmetics? Speaking of cosmetics, oh yeah, so I got those Isengard cosmetics. I got those Isengard cosmetics. I wanted to try them out on Gryfflet. Maybe not in the middle of the camp. I'll see if I can sneak my way past the front door guards without aggroing them all again. Excuse me. Hi. Sorry, Mr. Easterling Warrior. Just passing through. Okay, great. Yeah, so the excuse to compose prose and poetry in Anglo-Saxon, and what's more than that, more than merely the linguistic play involved there, which is, you know, still kind of a big deal to Tolkien. Even more than that, the opportunity to do this kind of hybrid between his scholarly life studying Anglo-Saxon and his creative life, the ability to do that kind of world building, right, where he's able to imagine this sort of alternative history for Anglo-Saxon, you know, for the Anglo-Saxon world. Tolkien just loved that. I mean, that was very dear to him. So yeah, he never totally left that behind. By the way, my little plug for our Notion Club Papers class, for our Sound Undefeated class, where we're talking about the Notion Club Papers. As I said, the Notion Club Papers, it's... so there are two things that I will tell you about the Notion Club Papers if you haven't read them. First, they're super difficult. Like, again, it's a hard slog. It's of the narrative that Tolkien ever wrote, I think it's the hardest to read narrative of anything that Tolkien wrote. Secondly, secondly, I think that Tolkien gives us more insight into how his creative mind works and how, like, his own personal experiences with language, with stories, with history, with his own dreams and dreaming life. Like, we got more autobiographical stuff from the Notion Club Papers. We get more of a glimpse into Tolkien's internal mind and soul from the Notion Club Papers than I think from anywhere else, even more than in Leaf by Niggle or The Lost Road, which are the other two major pieces of, you know, where we get a lot of autobiography stuff, you know, nuggets and details from Tolkien. The Notion Club Papers is, I think, very revelatory of how Tolkien really thought, and some of the experiences that he had that really informed how he wrote, why he wrote, all of those kinds of things. So I would recommend, if you're interested in the Notion Club Papers, I've been going through them section by section, not paragraph by paragraph like I do in Exploring the Lord of the Rings, but I've been going pretty slowly because, as I say, it's a pretty tough slog. So, you know, if it would help you, you think, to read along and then listen to our discussions as I've been trying to teach my way through that book, I would recommend it. I think it could be really valuable. But oh, hey, Andang, good to see you again. All right, so what was I doing? Yep, prisoners set free, no problem. Their wives and children in Harwick will be forever grateful. Yeah, well, maybe they could tell their reeve that he should really let me in the gate. Leading the advance. Yep, killed their leader. No problem. He was actually pretty easy. He didn't stay alive long enough for me to really get a good look at his cloak before he fell on his back. That's my chief complaint about their leader. Okay, you're glad I came to you. Hey, no worries. I got another little nugget for you. Oh wait, I gotta choose something. Sorry, I didn't even notice that. Offhand weapon. Ooh, that is an upgrade for an offhand weapon. It's a might base, but it's got agility too. And vitality. Well, let's see. It does a little more damage. Some shoes that are not very attractive. What does his bracelet do? In combat power regen, huh? Actually, kind of like the bracelet. Not gonna lie. Okay. Awesome. What do you have for me now? Who beat? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to hand in Quench the Flames.
What business have you with the
Gondir, I destroyed their supply of fire oil. Happy to help. They would never withstood an attack of that cruel nature. Easterlings are a cruel people. Well, hard to argue it under the circumstances. I'm anxious to help the refugees of Langhold. You have helped us enough. I will not keep you anymore. I will be sure to put in a good word for you with Alder Harding. He is a great man, but not a trusting one. I noticed that. Okay. Talk to Killen. Great. Oh, Killen is one of my favorites. Oop, and Carry On levels up again. Okay. There we go. More power for you, Carry On. Okay. Yeah, JJ, that's exactly right. JJ was just saying that C.S. Lewis expressed himself through essays and broadcasts. Tolkien expressed himself through a story of mental time travel. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been one of my conclusions for a while. And the more, year by year, the more I continue to reread them, the more convinced of this I get. That, Lewis and Tolkien, Tolkien was first and foremost a poet. He was first and foremost, creative. That's his thing. That's how he expressed. Oops. Okay. Thought this was a little more shallow than this. All right. Lesson learned. And Lewis is first and foremost a teacher. That it is in a teaching context. So when Lewis is writing essays and addresses and lectures and things like that, that's really when he is at his strongest. But Tolkien is not at his strongest in that context. He is much stronger when he is creating. When he's writing poetry or doing his world building. And that's really where he was strongest as a scholar, too. And again, you can see him sort of thinking and talking about this more in the Notion Club papers, more explicitly than you see it in other places. Okay. Great. Let's see. Yeah, Madman Monoware, I see your point there. Thinking of Wake and Flood there, and looking at its construction, he finds himself wondering whether it's intended to display something that's not really completed, or if they were really supposed to be that lackadaisical in their constructions, right? With like the enormous gaps in the walls. Yeah, it is hard to term them defenses. Phil is suggesting whether it's whether it's a sort of a scale issue there. Maybe it is. Ethelod, yeah, I tend to agree that it's more of a recent rush job, right? That because if you think about it, that if we go back to the map, well, no, not that map. These outposts, which remember we did the circuit of when we were talking to the folks at Langhold, the now deceased Thane of Langhold sent us on the circuit there. These are just lookout posts. They're not really meant to be defenses, right? It's only since the Easterlings have really begun to threaten to invade here in the last, very recently. So I could imagine, Ethelod, that they're really starting to throw up defenses that really hadn't been there before. That what had been a watchtower is now being they're trying to make it into more of a stronghold because they've been attacked. So, yeah. Okay. Now I agree, JJ. Both Lewis and Tolkien are definitely capable of both things, no question. But yeah, I just, when it comes to like what are they primarily, what is their primary sort of medium, right? I definitely Tolkien is the poet and storyteller, and Lewis is the teacher.
What brings you to these lands?
Okay, Killen says, my home is razed, my husband and Thane dead, but I have my children and the people of Langhold in my care, so there is much to live for. It is enough to fend off my despair. You are awesome, Killen. You're my favorite person in Rohan so far. There are problems I must solve, but I am not quite sure what to do. We cannot stay in this camp outside Harwick for much longer, with meager supplies and no protection against the dangers of the plains. Harwick is a densely populated city, but surely there must be some housing for sale. Will you find out if there is any space for my people and what we can do to acquire permanent housing quickly? Okay. I'll try to find you some real estate. And Kata.
I need help.
I may be small yet, but I am as stout as any warrior here. My mother tells me so. That's the Thane's son, right? You've got Herburga, who's already training. If they had let me fight in Langhold, perhaps we could have saved it from the brigand traders. Well, now I will help defend this camp. Salamanders stalk about and we scare them off. But then I recalled that Killen has trouble getting the fire started. Those salamanders have glands that let them spray fire. I remember when I met you, you were the only one brave enough to fight the salamanders on their own turf. Will I collect glands and bring them directly to you? And keep it a secret. What could go wrong? Let me supply incendiary salamander glands to a miner without any adult supervision, and we'll see what happens. Okay, well now I have a reason to go into Harwick. All right, let's see. Okay, quite nearby here. I think I'm not going to try to do them from horseback. Let's get Kata some salamander glands. Oh, I've got another quest? It starts snuff out the flame? Okay. Double quest for killing salamanders? I can handle that. What's this one? The salamanders of the wold give the refugees of Langhold more unease than they like. Right. Okay. So just to protect the refugees. Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Very good. Okay, so let me start on another lore question here. Let me get one of the more recent ones. Let's see. Okay, so somebody who had just recently started to read The Lord of the Rings again, and they have a question and thought this might be the best place to ask it. Okay. Is it possible that there is no actual magic besides words and music and stuff? So in The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, okay. So there is actually a school of critical thought that says, yeah, there is no magic in The Lord of the Rings at all. That everything that sort of appears to be magical can be explained in sort of other ways. That it's not, not intended to be part of the world. I've never been a fan of that theory, or rather, I totally see where they're coming from. I mean, one of the things that I've acknowledged many times, oh, darn it, boy, I guess I shouldn't sneak inside his actual bodily cavity. That was probably a false step on my part. But anyway, yeah, so whenever I have talked about magic in Middle-earth, I have always tried to emphasize, because I think it extremely important to keep in mind, that, magic does not work in Middle-earth as it works, in Dungeons and Dragons. It's one of the challenges, and I know that this is, a very old topic in Lotro circles. It's one of the challenges of building this game system in the first place, because it's very difficult to make, in a gaming environment like this, to make magic work in the way that it works in anything like the way that it works in Middle-earth. And, I think that they have generally done a really good job of adapting things and of sticking to the, the Middle-earth, sort of the spirit of Middle-earth magic, while still, having particular sort of spells that you cast. But the way that they, the way that they arrange it is clever, and I've always, liked it within the framework of, the very natural challenges of this whole environment. However, that said, I myself, I am not convinced of the utility of trying to construct a totally non-magical Middle-earth. I mean, many of the things can be explained in non-magical ways and are certainly not spell oriented or whatever. But I don't think that saying that, I feel like the effort that one puts forth in trying to, devise those kinds of explanations isn't worth it. I mean, it's you can do it, but why do it? It is perfectly clear that many of the, I didn't get enough fire glands. I missed that. Sorry. I saw that I satisfied the one quest and I thought I'd done both. Darn it. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, it's very clear that the people in Middle-earth do believe that there is magic there. It is clear that there are things which hobbits would call, things that happen that elves might not call magic, but that hobbits call magic, and that I think we would call magic too. The elves, of course, are a really good example, and the whole elf magic or the things that you would call magic. And, we're going to spend a while, I think, discussing this when in exploring the Lord of the Rings, we get to Galadriel and Lothlorien, and begin thinking about that conversation. Because I do not feel that the Galadriel conversation with Sam justifies us in saying, well, see, so there is no such thing as magic. It's just, I believe very much that conversation is meant to show us not oh yeah, so pay no attention, it's not magical at all. The point is instead, this things work differently. Don't confuse elvish power with magic tricks or the casting of spells. It's different. Their relationship with the things of the world, right? So what Galadriel does in Lothlorien, it is not by accident or merely by cunning horticulture that Galadriel is able to make this enormous forest of Malorn trees grow, right? It is by the influence of her power that she makes that happen. But again, is that magic? Is she casting spells? Is she leveling up? Again, it's not, it's very right to be resistant to thinking in those ways. And Tolkien worked pretty hard to make us resistant to thinking in those ways. But again, that is just not the same as saying there's no such thing as magic in Middle-earth. So yes, he does purposefully want to leave it obscure, Matt. That's a perfectly sound way to think about it, right? So we shouldn't be too eager to try to work it out into a system, right? To try to devise a system like you need a system for a role-playing game. But in any case, to say that Middle-earth is not magical at all, like that there is nothing that anybody would call magic really happening, and that it can all be explained in alternative ways, that seems to me to be, in the one sense, kind of taking the message of the text, but I think taking that message and pushing it in the wrong direction is what I would say about that.
I am not
Okay.
supposed to speak with strangers.
You're sure Killen will be happy when she finds out I got these? I'm sure she'll be happy too. All by yourself with my help. No problem. What could go wrong? I am loving this idea. Supplying children with incendiary materials. Okay, so now I've just got to go in. It's time to do some sneaking. Got some time to creep around Harwick, I think. Okay, see, now I've been told to go in here. I'm ready. Okay. So I know I'm meant to avoid the people who are on fire. Okay, so that guy has a quest ring over his head, which seems a little bit misleading. Do I need to... Should I click on him? Uh-oh, he spotted me? So I can't... Being stealthy is not enough? Can I run away? I don't see anybody expelling me. So he'll talk to me and then expel me? Okay. Is he still there? No? Okay. All right. JJ, we are totally going to get to Lorien. It's totally going to happen this decade. I mean, you figure we'll be done with the Council of Elrond by the end of 2020. So, yeah, it'll be no time at all in exploring the Lord of the Rings. Okay. Oh, right. There's that kid running around. I have a quest ring? No, sorry. Just a... All right, so where am I looking for houses? I'm looking for houses. Okay, got a couple options. Some real estate. Should probably get off the road. Oh, here he comes. Here comes another dude. How can he talk to me and expel me at the same time? I don't understand. Right, I'm going to come up here. Okay, he's going down a side road. Got a friendly trader. Oh, that sounds funny when you say it fast. Okay, right. So this guy up here across the road. Oh, hey, it's the mead hall. Where I am not welcome. Oh, okay, we got a couple guards here. Oh, no, we don't. We got a couple real estate sales people selling real estate. Okay. All right. Frithbjorth, son of Frithbald. I'm looking for a house for those refugees from Langhold. It is difficult with the city so full, but my old family manor has been vacant for over a year. But alas, it will be hard for me to part with it. 300 gold. That's a lot of money, friend. No, I hear the guards have been ordered to arrest you on sight, so I would rather not be seen with you. 300 is, of course, my final offer. Okay. That's a hefty price. Yeah. All right, you profiteering jerk. Thank you very much for the conversation. Now let's go talk to this guy. Let me just slide invisibly down this cliff. What do you think, man?
What brings you to these
I admire your boldness to come into this city on a mission of charity when all the guards are out looking for you. But I wish only to go about my business and... oh. Leave you alone. Fine. All right. Jerk. Yes, Nettlebrew, my only hope is that I will live to see the end of exploring the Lord of the Rings. I'm beginning to think I may genuinely have to bequeath it to my heirs. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about succession planning with exploring the Lord of the Rings too much yet. Okay, here's another person. All right, lady, what do you think?
We must turn to the
I am loyal to Harding, not to strangers. Oh, so you won't talk to me either. Fine. Okay. Who else we got? Somebody up there. Great. Okay. Just ignore the invisible shadow going around the town. Oh, hey. Milestone. I should probably get this. I've still got my milestone set on Stangard. And one on Galtrev. And one on Tinadir? That's interesting. And one on Oscar Ruth? Boy, I have more than I thought I did. Okay, yeah, I don't need Stangard. I can travel there from here, so. Let's bind that one so we can milestone easily back to here if we need to. All right. Meanwhile, hang on, there's a guard coming.
Rally to the banner of the White Hand.
And you won't talk to me anyway. Okay. I think the guards must be demoralized after their, like, total failure to boot me out of town last time. Gryfflet cannot be contained. All right, we're sneaking around the back of the houses here. Okay. All right. All right, Garforth.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I am so brave. It is so terrible what happened. I do have a house for sale, but it is dreadfully small. I left it when I married. Oh, man. Great. I'm fairly near the gate now, aren't I? Isn't the gate right down this way? Where am I? No. Missed it. No. It's not the gate. Where's the gate? Oh, wait, down along this road. Fine. I'll go around this way. Not looking forward to chasing those children. Can't help but fear that chasing those children is in my future. Hey, Mr. Guard, who doesn't really care about me. Glad to see that not everybody here is totally vigilant in trying to keep out the people who are helping you. Why is there a dude on foot pursuing the guys on horse everywhere? Is he just following him? He's not on, like, horse poop collection duty, is he? Does he have a little shovel and bucket? He's cleaning up after the horses. Yeah, Phil, that's just what I was thinking. Yeah. Well, I guess you got to keep the streets clean. All right, Killen, I do not have excellent news.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Only one seller that would suit our needs, and he asks 300 gold. I must find my way to come into gold. Find a way to come into gold. Anything I can do?
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you
If you
aid
could find
us?
any gold that was left behind in Langhold, perhaps we can afford that great manor. Looters have taken all that we hold dear. Okay. Can't we just... I mean, I'm not trying to say that we should just rough him up or something, but seriously, he's trying to exploit this situation, and I don't think just like... Can't we just try shaming him in some way? I mean, what he's trying to do is shameful. In fact, whoop, hang on. Rode into a tent. Not good. Stuck. There we go. Whew. All right. Onward, carry on. Okay, we're heading up towards Langhold here. Don't want to... Darn it! I was hoping I could make it across this without hitting a deep bit. Whoa, no, a marsh fly! Help, I'm being ambushed by bugs. Yeah, Gryfflet does just seem to be enjoying swimming. No offense, carry on. Okay. Onward! Yeah! Okay, that's not Langhold. Which direction? Am I going the right direction? Yeah. Okay, no, that's the... Yeah. Right, that's the farms. Langhold is up on the hill. There it is. Okay. All right, Gryfflet closing in on level 77. Don't know if we'll make it today, though. All right, let's see what we can do. Maybe I can gain Harding's approval before the end of the day. All right, carry on. Whoa, up here. We're supposed to go... I love how you can still get the milestone here. Let's dismount, carry on. Okay. Help, I'm stuck in the bushes. I'm supposed to look up here? There we go. I can't get into the meat hall? I can still see the door portal glowing. Okay. All right, do I just look around the porch? Where am I meant to be? Okay. I'll just look around. All right. Anything left around the outside? Not seeing anything on the porches. Anything around here? Nope. I hope that I can pick something up and get a progress bar that says looting. Because I can't help but feel that that's what I'm doing here. Okay. Nothing. All right, there's a home. Ooh, here we go. Foodstuffs. That's good. I was looking for bags of gold. Oh no, this is a different quest. The refugees from Langhold find themselves hungry. Okay, great. Happy to bring them food too. Okay, refugee relief programs. Gryfflet is doing good work here. Oh, a savings box. Wow. Collected some savings. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I know. If the door's locked, you'd think I'd be able to pick it, right? Oh, well. I shall look around from... Oh, what was this? Oh, just like a store? No, the general store. I can't get into the general store. That would be a good place to loot. I mean, salvage. Salvage. That's what I'm doing. I'm salvaging. That would also make a good progress bar. Salvaging. Let's see if the lady with the biceps of steel had... Oh, oh, dear. We've got ruffians in here. Hang on. Got competition on my looting. I mean salvaging. Okay, we've got another dude over here. Whoop. Whoop. Thank you, sir. Okay, boy. Biceps lady was loaded. All right, she got food. She's got savings. Okay. All right, she got anything upstairs? No. Wait. No. Too bad. Okay. Still, that's a fairly good haul. Did I ignore putting points into my support skills? What do you mean by support? Exactly. If you mean fellowship support, then... Oh, you think these are fellow scavengers helping out the refugees? I suppose that is possible. It didn't look like it, though. Okay, excuse me. This is my salvage spot now. Forget about it. But, okay. Maybe, Phil, they just look like ruffians now because they've been, you know, living rough for a while. What, no savings? Okay, I got all the food I need. Let's see, did we keep the savings up under the bed or something? Maybe there's savings. Yes! There is savings upstairs. I suspected as much. Okay. Awesome. Just need one more savings box and we're good. Probably that one down the hill, right? Let's look down the hill. Can't jump over that. Okay. Ooh, can I? Wait. Yes! A two-step jump. Nice. Wait, I missed one? There was another savings thing in there? Oh. How did I miss that? All right, I'll go back in. Okay. Oh, well. Thanks for pointing that out. I thought it was a little strange that I finished the one quest but not the other one. Where was it? I don't see it. They had more savings upstairs? Oh, Gryfflet, come on. Rivendell the stairs. Seriously. Ah, sure enough. Next to the bed. Clean missed it. Okay, thanks, guys. I would have been going around in circles for a while trying to find that stupid thing. Okay. Excellent. Let's see if I can get back. Maybe I can finish this quest line. Yeah, carry on. Trot through the town. Out the gate. And now forward. More speed. We've got food and money for the refugees. Though I really grudge paying all that money to the profiteer dude. Yeah, Ethelot, I agree that there was not really maximum security on those savings boxes, were they? A little surprising that the ruffians who were looting, didn't latch onto those a little sooner. But hey, that's all right. Full speed dismount. I'm always kind of amused that that's possible. You can be galloping full speed and just leap off in midair. All right, Gillen. I've got good news and more good news. Foodstuffs.
Mission is dire.
Okay. Harding has offered protection, but it's clear he cannot burden the people of the city with so many hungry mouths. Okay. Great. And
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
yeah, it was more than I expected to. I was near sick with worry. I believe we may have enough to purchase the house. All right, well, we'll see. Okay, what can I do next, Killen?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Take the money to Frith Beorth and see if he will accept it as a payment. See if he will let us stay and pay the rest over time. The guards are still on the lookout. Okay. Harding was a friend of your husband's. Okay. Hey, thanks for helping there. A down payment. So he can accept it, or I can start strong-arming him. One or the other. Okay, Gryfflet, time to thwart the guards again. Yeah, I agree that the ruffians lack the professionalism of a real treasure retriever. Yeah, clearly. Okay, so I am headed not that way. I'm continuing along this way. Up the hill. Boy, these guards are not very vigilant. I mean, apart from the fact that I'm masterfully stealthed so that, they couldn't really be expected to see me, but... Oh, here comes a guard. Excuse me, other guards. Just gonna go around this way. Can I sneak through up here? I think I can, right? Yes, sir. Okay. Going around the back of the house, and then, well, the guard went by, yep, and then I'll sneak up on Frith Beorth from behind, whack him in the back of the, no way. It's not what I'm doing. This is not half the price that I quoted. What is the meaning of this? Fine, but I expect payment every month. I will give Killen a year to make up the difference, but it is really a kindness on my part. Oh, yeah. Here are the keys. You bought it as is, so I don't want to hear anything about the condition. Oh, good. This'll be okay. We've got diseased rats. That's a strong start. It's infested with rats. Can I one-shot the rats? Yes. Oh, am I being attacked by another rat? No. Oh man, rat spotted me. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh, a twofer. Oh, and they spotted me just before I could attack and one-shot one of them? That was rude. Thought I'd at least get half of them there. Oh man, these guys are getting cunning. Harding should employ these rats instead of guards. You are so right. They are much more vigilant, these rats. Is he under the stairs? Oh, there he is, hiding in the corner. Oh, what was that? Oh, look, she appeared. Yeah, killing this place rots.
Our mission is dire.
Not in the condition I was expecting, but it will do just fine. Yeah, at that price, this guy needs to be taught a serious lesson. We have a bit of tidying up to do and a few things to move in from the refugee camp. Please come back and visit us soon. Would love to. Uh-oh. I'm encroaching on Druid's Fire's time. Here, let me just see if I can finish up this quest. We're going the right way. Oh, that's where the manor is. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, no, I want to go this way. Okay. Thank you, Druid's Fire, for not being worried about that. Okay. We're winning the hearts and minds of Harwick by... Whoops. That's not going to help me. Sneaking around the oblivious guard. Okay. No problem. All right, Killen. People can talk about how, you know, like, oh, Harding is a good man. He's just not very trusting. But how he's treating the refugees is more than just untrusting.
Our mission is
He's
dire.
being downright pitiless. Rats you can handle yourselves, and money we can earn in plenty once we are settled. He won't even see you? Jerk. It is unjust that such a noble hobbit could receive such hostile treatment from the Reeve of the Wold. I know, right? No matter how Harding may behave, you will have my thanks. You'll never forget our deeds. Awesome, Killen. I look forward to coming to visit you. Ooh, Kata's thanks? That's very tempting. And Killen's thanks. That's even more tempting. Wait, that's a... Oh, it's light armor, though. Alright. I guess I'll get Kata's thanks here. Okay.
Our
Let us
success
end this
depends
nonsense.
upon our
I've had
strength.
enough of Harding's
Will you
mistrust.
aid us?
I will insist that a council be called. Go to the mead hall. Let's do this. Oh, do I get to travel automatically? Yeah, come with you. All right, let's march to the mead hall. Forget this nonsense.
Harding requests your presence, and you can only hope that he has heard of your diligent labors on behalf
Yeah,
of
I'm
all.
here, Alder Jerkface. Oh, at least you gave Killen a seat at the table. And there's Agelmund. Kaelstun, who's that dude over there? Oh, it's Hubert. Yeah. And Gryfflet. Oh, those I missed the key. There we go. Oh, look, I even turned my chair. All right, Harding, lay it on us. Oops, now I'm going to stand on the table. It's a little more rude. The Hobbit of the Hour. A seat at your right hand, huh? Oh, well, okay. Look who's trying to butter me up now. Oh, but I get a chair with horns. Sweet. Done and done. Nice. Thank you, Elder Harding.
I do not believe you will find
All set,
welcome
yeah.
here.
Let's do this. I'd like to begin by apologizing, as you should. Unjust suspicion, true enough. Absolutely. Your unwillingness to spare kindness for strangers may keep the people of your city alive. Yeah, maybe. But our good guest has shown me that some folk are worth trusting. I would hope so. Extend an apology and welcome to Gryfflet. Well, that's very nice. Here are the things that are being said about me. Okay. Okay, oh, here comes Agelmund. Oh, no, it's Killen. Yeah, Killen, speak up. I had the honor of meeting Gryfflet and Langhold at my husband's table. She was the one who provided me food at her husband's table. He was a perfect guest and a brave warrior. Only wishes that my husband had heeded Gryfflet's warnings sooner. Well, true enough. What's done is done. I agree. Okay. I will always be in your debt for your noble efforts, I and my children. Here, here, says Agel. Oh, everybody. Oh, very good. Well, seriously, I'm starting to blush now. My most trusted sergeants have similar tales. For your services to Langhold and Harwick, I name you Knight of the Wold. Now, that's fine. Can't say nicer than that. Forgive my past behavior and consider Harwick your home. That's lovely.
We must stand by while the minions of Orphan
Okay,
spread
my
their
behavior towards outsiders is always suspicious. But I see I close this off from good as well as from evil. Well, you can't say handsomer than that. Okay, Harding, I won't hold a grudge. Knight of the Wold, that's very nice. I do have much to do in town.
I do not believe
I've
will
helped
find
you make...
welcome
Ooh,
here.
light comparison of the Wold. Sweet. I've helped make Harwick's surrounding territory safer for its people. For that, you have my thanks. I think Harwick will be able to hold its own for now. Ooh, a Knight of the Wold title? Excellent.
We cannot wait for the darkness to
Okay, if you wish to continue your efforts, you should head to the outpost Twickenburg, south of here, on the way to Floodwind, which I'm also headed to eventually. Remember, I'm supposed to hurry down to Floodwind, so I'm making my way there. I've not heard from the men there in many days, and I worry that things go badly for them. Okay. To Twickenburg it is.
We must turn to the offensive.
You name me Knight of the Wold? Oh, right, this is completing the on-notice quest. Great. Great. Well, that's awfully nice of you. And oh, but not quite enough to get up to level. Okay. Thanks, Elder Harding. No hard feelings. I'll stop calling you Alder Jerkface then, because that was... You did handsomely by me in the end. I really wish that you can go visit Killen now. Handsome is as handsome does, as we say. So there we go. Let's see. Can I visit them? Where am I? I'm up. Oh, I'm way on the other side of town. No problem. Let's get on my auxiliary city horse here. Uh-oh, I'm roller skating. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I remember where this thing is. It's down around the corner. Right, over this way. Sure, yeah, this will take me there. Hope I can visit them. Is that them with the door open over there? Oh, door's not open. Is this it? Yes. Looking nicer. Killing with the bowl. She must be training. It's this is like oh, hey there, child and cat. The intimately named child and cat. This is probably like a Rocky IV style training regimen by Biceps Lady, who is now the captain of the guard. Hey, Burga, still hard at work. Absolutely. Kata's been sent to bed without dinner for setting fire to something, probably. And, okay. Excellent. Good to see everybody settling in. That's great. This place looks wonderful. I still want to pay back the landlord. Okay. Okay. Woohoo. All right, so I think Gryfflet is going to end here with the successfully rehousing the refugees, and he's going to set us. So I'm going to just make sure, where am I headed now? Down to where? Twickenburg? And the Questring is just a random place in the middle of the road? Okay. Well, maybe it'll make sense when I get there. Okay. So, Gryfflet going to continue to march his way through the wold, right wrongs, and do good deeds. So, this has been fun. So, thank you guys for joining me this week. I should be back next week as usual. I'm in a stretch of not traveling for the weekend for quite some time, especially since New England Moot, which is our next regional moot that's coming up at the end of September, is going to be here in my backyard. Not literally my backyard, in Massachusetts, which is kind of my backyard. So I won't have to travel for that. So I'll still be here for the Friday stream. So I think I'm going to be able to be here to do Gryfflet streams all the way until mid-October, actually. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.